and welcome back to a new video. This video is Tuesday night, movie night, impromptu Christmas special. So I'm very excited because a lot of you always ask, what's going on with Tuesday night, movie night? Can we get another Tuesday night, movie night? So here's a Christmas special one. But we're not going to do Christmas films, we're just going to do normal, whichever films we want to pick. So it's a bit more fun because I have a lot of films that I really want my mum to watch. With us not having done Tuesday night, movie night this year, there's so many films that I could have picked, but I feel like I picked some good ones. And I'll show you them in a moment, but I just wanted to do this introduction, then I'll show you my films, and then we'll show you a joint pick, and we'll show you her films, and it'll be a Tuesday night, movie night fun. If you haven't seen Tuesday night, movie night before, I'm sure you probably have, there's been quite a few. We've probably done, I think there was 26 in the first season, and 28 in the first season, 26 in the second, and there's been 2 summer impromptu ones, and this is obviously a Christmas impromptu one. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. And it is actually Tuesday as well, so it's kind of crazy. We didn't plan that it would be on Tuesday, we were just going to do one over Christmas, but it's Tuesday today. This will probably go up on Wednesday or Thursday for you guys, but it is actually Tuesday for us, so that's kind of cool. So I'm going to tell you guys what I picked. So of course I had to pick Finding Dory because this is just great and I love it and I've seen it twice and I really want mom to watch it, so had to pick that one. And then I also picked Me Before You because I really wanted to know her thoughts on it. The first time I watched it I wasn't too sure whether I liked it. The second time I watched it I actually quite liked it and really wanted to rewatch it again. My mum's read the book though, so I feel like if this one comes out it'll be interesting to know her thoughts on the film in comparison to the book as well, so that'll give a little bit more of an insight on that. So now let's see what she picked, and so she's got 2 picks and then we've also got our joint pick, so she'll share with you the joint pick and then her 2 picks.
Right, so my picks are, first of all I've picked Second Hand Lions because I've looked and I've read a review on it and I haven't seen it, but the review I read made it sound really interesting and it was one that I really wanted to watch, so I thought I'll put that in because it might come out and I know Frankie has seen it and thinks it's a really good film, so I'll be interested to see why she thinks it's a good film. So that's that one. And I've picked My House in Umbria, which I actually have put in before.
Yeah, it was a while ago, yeah, a couple of years ago.
And it didn't come out, and this is, it's got Maggie Smith in, and I really like Maggie Smith. It's got Timothy Spaulding, and I like him, he's in a lot of things, and it's very, it's an unknown sort of film. I don't think many people will have seen this film, and it's a bit, it's not, sort of, not really Agatha Christie's, but it's got that
That's what you told me this one time, that's what sold me.
Quintessential Englishness about it, that
is it about
English
a train?
people abroad, so I thought, but Maggie Smith's the main reason I picked that.
Is they on a train?
They're on a train.
Ah, okay.
And the joint pick, both of us have picked, is Jungle Book, because it's come out this year. I really want to see it. Frankie's really seen it and thinks it's really good, and we both always used to love Jungle Book when she was little and watched it so many times, so I'd be interested to see the live version of it.
Okay, so now we're going to put them all in their picking pot, which we'll return. And then we'll see what comes out. Exciting stuff. Okay, they're all in the picking pot and you start shaking it up and I'll just do a recap of which films we've got in there. Okay, so just really quick recapping, we have Me Before You, which is my pick. We have Finding Dory, which is my pick also. We have my mum's 2 picks, Second Hand Lions, and My House in Umbria. And then we also have our joint pick, The Jungle Book. So those are the movies that are up for watch. Now are you ready? Are you excited?
Oh, so excited.
I'll try and get it. Everyone knows. There we go. Okay, I've done it. Let me just give it a final shake. Okay, you ready to pick?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, just come back on. Go for it. Nope. Yep. What's it gonna be?
I'm trying to get one on its own so I don't get.
There you go. You've got one. What is it?
Don't know. Can't separate them. I never can.
Oh.
My house in Umbria.
Every impromptu, you always win. I was so excited for you to watch these three. I was like, really? My house in At least I've not seen it though. It's the only
4 Blu-rays and a little old
DVD.
Very old DVD.
It's the only one I haven't seen though, so it's kind of good.
Ah, interesting then.
Yeah, but it's the only one you have seen. So
Yes, and it's the only one I have seen.
Okay, so I got this winter mint candle for Christmas, so we're gonna light this and have this going whilst watching My House in Umbria. I can't believe that's the one that came out. I don't know why, I just find it funny. A lot of the impromptu ones always seem to be my mum's pick. Last time it was, I feel like the time before, Ragging Tomatoes, she's had Kinky Boots and My House in Umbria. I've never won an impromptu one. Like just a... No, we did a Christmas one last year in with Tuesday Night Movie Night.
Oh, right.
But it's all Christmas movies. So yeah, I'm gonna light my candle. Okay, so we aren't going to be baking a snack this time because we have so many things like mince pie, shortbread, selection boxes, but I am going to open up my Galaxy selection box and have something out of there, and we've got all things. So we'll be having different types of snacks instead of baking something, because otherwise you're just going to have so many biscuits and chocolates and cakes and all things. So I think I'm going to have this one. Okay, so we've just finished watching the film My House in Umbria, and it was a little bit different than what I'd expected. At the beginning I thought, oh yeah, okay, I can see how this would kind of be a bit Agatha Christie-esque, kind of, because there was kind of a detective involved, there was a bit of a mystery, there was a bit of a kind of random people coming together, which kind of happens in her books. And I really liked the random people coming together thing, like there's a certain selection of people brought together by some kind of event or incident, and I thought that was really interesting. I liked everyone's backgrounds and how we got to know them. I think the character development in the film was really good, and I didn't know if it was already is it a book before it was a film?
I think it was a book.
Yeah, it seemed like a film that was adapted from a book, because the way the characters were done. I really liked the old man character best. I can't remember his name. I know I just watched the film, but I feel like his name wasn't said a lot. But I liked him the best, I would probably say.
They called him the Colonel,
The
didn't they?
Colonel, yeah. Yeah, so it's like a Cluedo.
Mm.
No, there's no one called the Colonel in Cluedo.
Colonel Mustard.
Oh yeah, Colonel Mustard. Okay, anyway, so I liked Colonel Mustard best. And Maggie Smith, I really liked her at the start, but then like in the last third, I didn't like her as much. I just kind of didn't like her as much. So it was kind of a weird up and down film for me. At the start I was like, oh yeah, okay, I'm really enjoying this. I like the storyline, I like where it's going. I liked the setting, where it was all set and everything. I liked kind of the mystery and the, like I say, the people who kind of came together by accident. And then it kind of almost left...
It went a bit dark, didn't it?
Well, it left the mystery alone for a bit, I felt like. it kind of left the mystery alone and kind of carried on with the same thing. I was like, okay, that's fine, because I quite liked the nice little country life type of thing that was going on. And then another character came into it, and then I feel like it shifted again, so it's kind of changed throughout. And then there's a little girl in it who I feel like it kind of answered some of the questions about her, but then some kind of left a bit unanswered. But I feel like it kind of thought you were smart enough to figure things out, which I didn't mind, because I still kind of figured them out enough, but I would have liked a bit more closure on a couple of things. But that was alright. So kind of I was really up and down throughout the film about what I was going to give it. At the beginning and the bit at the middle, I was going to give it 4, and then kind of a little bit after, I dropped it down to 3.5, and then at the end, I liked the end, so I was like, And then obviously the mystery did kind of come full circle. I kind of thought they might just leave it, and I was kind of like worried that it was just going to kind of get forgotten about, and I wouldn't get to figure out what happened. But it did kind of all conclude. And I liked how it all came together, so I think overall I'd probably give it 4. It was enjoyable. I kind of kept wondering what was going on throughout the time, and I really just liked the characters. Like I say, I did really like Maggie Smith's character until there was some points where I thought, I'm going off her a bit, and then she kind of, came a bit back around at the end. The little girl character was good, and the Colonel, I always liked most of the characters were good. The River, what's his name? Riverside? The man? This is the character I didn't like,
yeah.
but you weren't really supposed to like him, but he was still a bit interesting. So overall it was a good watch. It was definitely an interesting, but I could have done with a little bit more mystery. So it's kind of a 3.5, 4, but I'll go 4. It's kind of more, because throughout most of the film that's what I was going to go with. So yes, let's see what my mum thought of it. Okay, so what did you think of your pick, My House in Umbria?
I think I'm watching it and not watching it for a long time. I think I perhaps picked it up a little bit more than it was. Do you know what I mean? But like you said, the beginning of it, you get the mystery and you get there's the story that's going on with the event that happens, and all that gets very interesting, and they do leave that behind a little bit more than I thought they did. I like the characters, and I like the actors that play them, and I'd say it keeps you going all the way through it, and it's gorgeous scenery and all things like that. I know what you're saying about the Maggie Smith. I think she plays a really good part in this, and she's a really good actress anyway. There's parts in it where she's quite dark. She turns into a bit of a lush, and she's quite dark, and you sort of really don't like her.
It doesn't seem to fit the character that she was in the film. That's what I don't get.
Yeah, I think she sort of starts struggling a bit with when she thinks that little girl's been, taken away. I don't say, she sort of like goes a bit, the trauma of all the events. I don't know how they're trying to play it out.
But even there's this part in where they're in this little restaurant, and she kind of talks about her past a lot, and even that kind of felt a bit odd, out of place.
I think it's showing that she's this writer of romantic fiction, but that isn't the life she's led. I think it's unusual. It's an unusual film. It's sort of under the radar film. It's not one that everyone would like.
It's not one that I'd say, you must.
No, I don't think
it's kind of. I don't know how to
categorise it, to whether people should watch it or not. Well, if they're interested in British drama.
Yeah, I suppose it's a drama.
It's a British drama, so with some good characters in it.
Oh, and I liked Scabbers as well.
Timothy Spall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he plays a good part. Him and Maggie Smith, and the elderly guy is actually a British comedian.
Is he?
Yeah, it's one of the two Ronnies.
Oh, he was really good. I really liked him.
Ronnie Barker, his name is, and he was actually. He's been in a lot of British sitcoms. He was, but you wouldn't imagine him being a serious actor. From seeing him on the TV, he was the two Ronnies with Ronnie Corbett and Ronnie Barker, and he was also Porridge, the guy who played the man in prison in Porridge. You won't remember Porridge. I think they're making a remake of it. I think they're actually doing a remake of it now. So we'll soon get to know what Porridge is. And he was the original Porridge. I'm sure he was. Somebody will tell me down below if I'm wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure Ronnie Barker was Porridge, the man in Porridge. Yeah.
So what would you give it?
See, I'm my steadfast, my 3.5 type of person. It's got to be somewhere really over the bar to get.
Yeah.
But it was one that you'd said you'd like, you would like to watch. So I wanted to put it in because you had mentioned about watching it after.
Yeah, after you described, I've still kind of watched it. I did like that it was a mystery, but I do feel like they could have done a bit more with the mystery.
Yeah, I know what you're saying about finding out of the
it was an interesting
of,
mystery.
Yeah, and there would have been a lot more backstory that you could have gone into.
Yeah,
I know what you're saying about that. Yeah,
it could have been like an Agatha Christie if it would have give it a bit more mystery, a bit more.
Yeah, I think they concentrated more on just
the
characters and how they played each day to day out, rather than the mystery that was going on in the background. Part of the way in, it changed tack, didn't it? Anyway, so that's what I'm going to give it.
So what did you give it?
I gave it 3.5.
Ah, we weren't sure. You kind of mentioned about how you like.
I'm a 3.5, and
it was your pick again, though. So
yeah, I'm sure we'll have another one. We'll try and have another one sooner.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you'll keep being on to a win, so.
I don't know. I might go through a losing streak.
A lull with.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll try and get. We'll have to try and get a monthly thing going.
Somebody mentioned that the other day. I never speak about, but I haven't had a chance
time and commitment is just at the moment so far out for both of us that we can't seem to get a weekly thing going. Maybe we can talk about in the new year getting a monthly night going.
I like how lately as well with it. Impromptu, we've been able to mix it up a bit. Yeah,
that's another thing, isn't it? So, mixing it up rather than keeping the same ones. We'll talk about it. People put comments below and give us some ideas. We need some new ideas for it.
So that is pretty much it for this Tuesday night, movie night, Christmas impromptu special type of thing. Let us know in the comments below, have you seen My House Number? Did you enjoy Tuesday night, movie night? Thumbs up if you did. And yeah, until then, we'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, or if you are a newbie, and I'll see you then. Goodbye!